Okay, this is just going to be a little video showing you a couple things with Freckle. Um, so I've logged in as a teacher on the Renaissance website, and so here is where I can access Freckle. Your students will have a Freckle icon on their Renaissance dashboard, and that's the easiest place for them to get onto Freckle. So once I click on Freckle, this is going to have the information from my students from last year. I don't have classes loaded up for this year yet. So this is my home screen. Okay, this shows my classes. So if I had sessions, it would show my sessions and my activity. There's lots of information. There's adaptive practice, targeted practice, all kinds of stuff down here that you'll be able to explore more on your own. What I'm going to be looking for, if I'm looking for how much students are using, is my activity feed. And so obviously there's nothing because students haven't been using it. But right now I'm going to show you how to see the class codes, because occasionally students will use freckle.student.com, and so if they do it that way, it's going to ask them for their class code. They're going to be asking you for the class code, and it would be helpful for you to post that either in an announcement or somewhere. So right here, or you could click on roster. This will show you all of your classes. If you click here, it shows you your class code right here, and they don't make sense. They're not easy to memorize or anything like that. So this one is 4T2KAR. So I can try to view this in the student app, but it says we can't log you on automatically because this is only for students. So, but in order to see what our students see, we want to be able to log in this way, but you'll have to use some of your students' information. So I'm going to enter that class code. And then it's going to ask them to enter their first and last name. So I'm going to use a student from last year. And then you're going to get a screen. The student will get a screen with all of their teachers. So this student has myself, their English teacher, their math teacher from last year, social studies, and then also their special education teacher from last year. So let's say they're going to use it for me, for language arts. This is the student's home screen. This student used it a lot, so the student has some points and things. Has some coins. Students earn coins. As they earn coins, they can customize their little character and with different clothing and that sort of thing. So here is a tracker. The tracker is important, and you see that backpack and it's got a 0. That means the student has no assignments. We can go with this a couple of different ways with giving the students Freckle work. Okay, we can leave it up to them, and there are different categories that they can work in. For English, there are 3 different categories. There's library, skills, and one other category, and they can just, for their 50 minutes, they can just choose. Or you can choose to make it strategic, and you can assign them things. So if you give them a Freckle assignment, then a number would appear in this backpack. And so then they would click into that and be able to do that assignment for whether it was math or ELA. And they would also find that on their to-do list. Now if we click in progress and growth, it's going to show them their progress, their coin balance, their practice time. Now obviously the student hasn't been practicing all summer, but the student would have a bar chart which would show them their time. The bar chart is pink for one subject and blue for the other, and the student can hover over it and it'll show them their total minutes. This is one of the issues we talked about briefly at our professional development, that for the students it rounds up by 5 minutes, but when the teachers look at our activity tracker, it shows us the actual minutes. Okay, so that's just a little bit of what the students see. We'll probably have need for future videos that will show a few more things, but this is just a little bit to get us started.